Um, Continuing on ethnography, right? As we said just now, the ethnography is about rich descriptions of human community. One particular good example of ethnography, of a research conducted under ethnographic tradition is by a professor named James Scott, right? And James Scott carried out research in um, various countries, including one in Malaysia. And one of his seminal works, one of his well-known publication is called Weapons of the Weak. It's about a study of villages. It's about the study of hegemony, um, and how villages use the weapons of the weak to as a form of contestation against power, right? So unlike what people have put forth about peasants, about the poor, about a revolution, about hegemony, James Scott actually has challenged this, or challenged the idea of hegemony, whereby there can be almost passive resistance of the hegemony through weapons of the weak. So oftentimes we talk about conflict between, you know, the Marxian classic conflict of the rich and the poor, the haves and have-nots, and often talk about revolution, about strong resistance, overt resistance. But James Scott, through his ethnographic work, has actually captured a different reality, right, in Southeast Asia, and particularly among the Nusantara people, among people of the Malay archipelago, a village, right, in northern Malaysia, a village called Sedaka, where you see the contestation between the peasants, the paddy planters, the actual farmers, and the owners of the lands, right? And how the struggle and the contestation and the resistance manifested through silent method of resistance, right? It's about food dragging, it's about being absent from the job, even thefts. So there is this fight that is not overt, but still very powerful, to win away power from the owning class. That is being captured by anthropological work of James Scott in his book called Weapons of the Weak. And this is an example where you'll find rich descriptions of a community, a village, and the contestation, the everyday life of a villager, and interacting with the people with power at the village level, and the structures that is representing the government, the owning class, the political class, right? So the beauty of ethnography is where it can be seen through these descriptions, through this everyday life, everyday language, everyday scripts, that is can only be captured and understood, interpreted by one who actually has immersed, who has conducted participant observation, who have done ethnographical research. And when James Scott writes, he writes with such depth, such brilliance, that it's almost like another villager writing the story, but with the theoretical understanding, with the conceptual framework, with the technical knowledge of the struggle between the have and have-nots. And that is a good example of what ethnography is about, and where ethnography